Think you know the world? Think again. Welcome to Mind Metrics. Today we're diving into 20 geography facts that will completely change the way you see our planet. From bizarre borders to insane natural wonders, we're covering some of the most shocking, unexpected, and fascinating geography facts you've ever heard. Stick around until the end, because the last fact is one you definitely won't believe. And if you love discovering the crazy, surprising, and unexpected sides of geography, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more. All right, let's get started. Fact 1. Alaska is the westernmost, easternmost, and northernmost U.S. state. Alaska isn't just the northernmost state in the U.S., it's also the westernmost and easternmost. How is that possible? Well, Alaska's Aleutian Islands stretch so far west that they cross the 180-degree longitude line and end up in the eastern hemisphere. This means that while Maine is usually thought of as the easternmost U.S. state, parts of Alaska actually extend further east, making it the most extreme U.S. state in 3 directions. Pretty wild, right? Fact 2. Baarle-Hertog in Belgium and Baarle-Nassau in Netherlands is a border puzzle. Borders are usually straight lines or natural divisions, but the town of Baarle is a complete mess. It's split between Belgium and the Netherlands, but not in a simple way. There are over 30 different sections of land belonging to one country inside the other. Some houses are split right down the middle, so the front door determines if you live in Belgium or the Netherlands. Even crazier, stores and restaurants use different laws depending on which part of the building you're standing in. Imagine paying different taxes just by stepping over an invisible line. Fact 3, Canada has the longest coastline in the world. Canada is the second largest country by land area, but when it comes to coastlines, it's number 1 by a huge margin. Canada's coastline is a staggering 151,000 miles. To put that in perspective, if you walked the entire coastline at a pace of 12 miles per day, it would take you over 33 years to complete the journey. This is because of Canada's countless bays, fjords, and islands, which dramatically increase its coastal length. That's why, despite being so big, much of Canada is cold and uninhabitable, but absolutely stunning. Fact 4, you can stand in 4 U.S. states at once. Ever wanted to be in 4 places at once? The Four Corners Monument is the only place in the U.S. where 4 states meet at a single point: Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. The exact spot is marked by a bronze disc, and visitors love to pose with each limb in a different state. But did you know the actual location of the Four Corners is slightly off? The real geographic point is a few hundred feet away, but hey, it's still a great tourist attraction. Fact 5, France has the most time zones of any country. When you think of France, you probably think of Paris, but France isn't just in Europe. Because of its many overseas territories like Réunion, French Guiana, and Polynesia, France actually spans 12 time zones. That means when people in Paris are waking up, people in French Polynesia are still enjoying the evening. It even beats the US West, which has 11 time zones including its territories. That's a global reach. Fact 6. The Pacific Ocean is larger than all continents combined. The Pacific Ocean isn't just the largest ocean. It's so big that it could hold all the continents combined with space to spare. At 63 million square miles, the Pacific is almost twice the size of the Atlantic Ocean and covers more than 1/3 of Earth's surface. If you were to sail from California to Australia, you'd be traveling for weeks across the vastest stretch of open water on the planet. No wonder it took early explorers so long to cross it. Fact 7. Africa is splitting in 2. Did you know that Africa is literally breaking apart? The East African Rift is one of the most significant geological formations on Earth, where tectonic forces are pulling the continent apart. The process is slow, only about 0.2 inches per year, but over millions of years, this rift will create a new ocean, splitting Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania from the rest of Africa. Right now, you can already see massive cracks forming in places like Ethiopia's Afar region. Fact 8. Antarctica is the driest place on Earth. Antarctica might be covered in ice, but did you know it's also the driest place on Earth? The McMurdo Dry Valleys in Antarctica have been without rain for nearly 2 million years. These valleys are so dry because the surrounding mountains block moist air. creating a desert-like environment with humidity levels lower than the Sahara Desert. Scientists even use this area to study Mars-like conditions since it's one of the closest places on Earth to an alien world. Fact 9. More people live in Tokyo than in Canada. Tokyo is the most populated metropolitan area in the world, with 37 million people living in the Greater Tokyo area. But get this, Canada, the second largest country on Earth, has just 38 million people total. That means all of Canada, with its huge forests, lakes, and tundras, has about the same number of people as a single city in Japan. Tokyo is an absolute mega city, and yet it runs with one of the most efficient public transportation systems on Earth. Fact 10. The Great Wall of China is not visible from space. You've probably heard the myth that the Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. Well, that's actually not true. While the Great Wall is massive in length, spanning over 13,000 miles, it's only about 30 feet wide, which is too narrow to be seen with the naked eye from space. Astronauts have confirmed this. However, some human-made structures, like cities at night and massive airport runways, are visible from orbit. So next time you hear this fun fact, you'll know it's a common misconception. Fact 11. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Vatican City isn't just a city, it's actually its own independent country. With an area of just 0.2 square miles, it's the smallest country in the world. It's located inside Rome, Italy, and is home to the Pope, St. Peter's Basilica, and the Sistine Chapel. Despite its small size, Vatican City has its own post office, radio station, and even an army, the Swiss Guard. With only about 800 residents, it's also the least populated country in the world. Fact 12. There is an island in a lake on an island in a lake on an island. This is one of the weirdest geography facts out there. On Luzon Island in the Philippines, there's a lake called Taal Lake. Inside that lake, there's a volcano named Taal Volcano, which has another lake inside it with a tiny island called Vulcan Point. So it's an island inside a lake, inside a volcano, inside a lake, on an island. This natural oddity is one of the most unique geographic formations in the world. Fact 13. The Amazon River once flowed in the opposite direction. Today, the Amazon River flows eastward into the Atlantic Ocean, but millions of years ago, it actually flowed westward. Scientists believe that about 100 million years ago, before the Andes Mountains formed, the Amazon River originally drained into the Pacific Ocean. However, as the Andes gradually rose, the entire river system reversed direction and began flowing eastward toward the Atlantic. This makes the Amazon River one of the only rivers on Earth to have completely changed direction over time. Fact 14. Lake Baikal is the deepest and oldest freshwater lake. Lake Baikal in Russia is both the deepest and oldest freshwater lake on Earth. It plunges down to an incredible 5,387 feet, deeper than the Grand Canyon. Even more amazing, it holds about 20% of the world's unfrozen freshwater. That means if all other lakes dried up, Lake Baikal alone could supply the world's population with drinking water for decades. It's also the oldest lake, dating back around 25 million years. That's older than some mountains. Fact 15. You can walk from Russia to Alaska in winter. Did you know that Russia and Alaska are only about 55 miles apart? In the middle of the Bering Strait, there are two islands, Big Diomede in Russia and Little Diomede in USA. These islands are just 2.4 miles apart, so close that you could see from one island to the other. In winter, the sea sometimes freezes over, making it technically possible to walk from Russia to the US. But don't try it. It's illegal. Fact 16. The Earth is not a perfect sphere. You might think Earth is a perfect sphere, but it's actually slightly flattened at the poles and bulging at the equator. This is because of Earth's rotation, which causes the equator to expand outward due to centrifugal force. That's why the diameter at the equator is about 27 miles wider than the diameter from pole to pole. So technically, if you stand on the equator, you're farther from Earth's center than at the poles. Fact 17. 90% of the world's population lives in the northern hemisphere. If you look at a population density map, you'll notice something interesting. almost all of humanity lives in the northern hemisphere. This is because most of Earth's land masses are in the north, including Asia, Europe, and North America. Meanwhile, the southern hemisphere is mostly ocean, with only a few major land areas like Australia, South America, and Antarctica. That means if you're in the northern hemisphere, you're among 90% of the world's people. Fact 18. There's a town in Norway that has no sun for 2 months. Imagine not seeing the sun for 2 whole months. That's what happens in Longyearbyen, Norway, one of the northernmost settlements in the world. Because it's so far north, from late November to mid-January, the sun never rises at all. This is called polar night, and it happens in places above the Arctic Circle. On the flip side, in summer, Longyearbyen experiences midnight sun, where the sun never sets for months. Fact 19. The hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth was in Death Valley, California. If you think summer is hot, imagine standing in Death Valley, California, where the hottest temperature ever recorded was a blistering 134 degrees Fahrenheit. This record was set in Furnace Creek on July 10, 1913, and remains the highest air temperature ever measured on Earth. Death Valley is one of the driest and hottest places on the planet, with temperatures often exceeding 120 degrees Fahrenheit in summer. Yet despite the extreme heat, plants and animals like desert foxes, cacti, and lizards still manage to survive here. Fact 20. Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. We've talked about the hottest place, now let's talk about the coldest. Antarctica holds the record for the lowest natural temperature ever recorded on Earth, a staggering minus 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit. This was measured at Vostok Station in 1983, and it's so cold that boiling water would instantly freeze if thrown into the air. Scientists working in Antarctica have to wear multiple layers of extreme cold weather gear just to avoid frostbite. Even more shocking, despite this extreme cold, Antarctica is also technically a desert because it receives less than 2 inches of precipitation per year. Wow, who knew the world was this full of surprises? Which fact blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you loved these geography facts, there's so much more to discover. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep on exploring, and as always, stay curious.